The three main needs of a human. It is food, clothing, and shelter, right? Now, one of them, shelter, is being priced out into oblivion, and that's due to a number of reasons. Now, what is a very easy solution to this is to ban foreign investors. Why should foreigners take up a critical need for everyone in the country to live in a house? Why should they buy up that land and then rent it out for a huge profit and make passive income? This is a massive issue in the whole world. I think if there's a limited supply of housing, there should be a complete ban or 100% tax, whatever you want, 100% tax on buying property. That way, only domestic buyers can buy it. It reduces the price. Another thing is to ban anyone, corporations or people, owning more than 3 houses. In fact, corporations, because you can make 1 million corporations from the same person, I just totally blanket ban it, and only people can buy 3 houses at most. That would be it. And that would allow, again, if they want to buy it for their kids or something like that, they can buy them a house. But other than that, 3 is maxed, and therefore we allow the supply to be bought by the residents, by the people it's meant for. Now, you're going to say, but what happens, for future stocks? You need investment, you need investors to already plug in the money already. In that case, you can have the government, which is in desperate need for social housing, and they can take on the investment, the stock. If they find they can sell it at a profit, they can sell it at a profit, but obviously it would be minimal, and that would release the housing once it's finally completed, and everyone can be happy because governments can take a longer term view. They can wait 10, 20 years for a house to be built. People cannot do such a thing. So that would be allow for investment in housing and also house prices to be kept. That would fundamentally change what's going on in the UK. This leads to the other main issue in our economy. What's happened is because house prices keep going up, most people and even companies' savings and Norwegian sovereign wealth funds are going in and buying up houses and investing in houses, using that money rather than going into the productive economy and increasing new innovations, new companies, new tech. It goes straight into housing, which is pointless. It's just nothing. It's just to provide passive income. Passive income is essentially feudalism. So what happened was, in about the 17th century, they freed up land. They got rid of the feudal system and they broke apart land, and now people could buy land very cheap. And that is what basically created the Industrial Revolution, because people then could start investing in new technology, in new methods, because you couldn't make that passive income anymore. When you stopped the rich people from making passive income, they had to work for their money. And to work for that money, you mean even the stock market is working for your money, because you have to identify the right companies you want to invest in. Pension funds currently sit on billions of pounds and they're investing it outside of the UK. This also has to be capped. There has to be stopped that pension funds are forced to invest in the UK. But why can't they? Because there's not enough innovation. There's not new companies springing out everywhere. And why is that? Because they have no investment. So it's basically a cycle of a cataclysmic cycle that goes nowhere. And that's why the UK and a lot of countries are going nowhere, while the US booms because they get all the world's money coming to them, investing in the most stupid technology and stupid tech in the world. But one of those will be a Google. One of those will be a Facebook. And so that's why they get those companies, while no one else on the planet other than China, which does the same thing, does that. So we need to destroy this mentality of investing in housing, sitting back and claiming rent, which is pathetic. We need the people to be investing in companies that they feel are mature. When they've grown out, they can extract their investment, put it in somewhere else. And this basically allows the economy to boom. Okay, now to my third great idea, and that is to stagger corporation tax. So to stagger corporation tax would be like this. Currently everyone pays 20% in the UK, something like that. For corporation tax. Small business, big business. We all know the big businesses, they use tax shells, they domicile somewhere else, and they basically pay no tax. So they get away with everything. Amazon pays no tax. We know that all the big companies pay 0 tax because they just use Ireland or wherever. Now we would tax on revenues. So there's no way to get away with it. You are taxed on the revenue you make in that country. You make 100 million in the UK, you're taxed on that. And worse, if you're a small business, we're going to give you 5% corporation tax. If you're above 100 million, 10%. Above 200 million, 12%. Above 1 billion, 25%. That will even out the playing field and allow for competition, because Amazon would then be way more expensive than your little shop on the high street, which employs people, pays taxes, and does things, rather than Amazon, which would which is more efficient, but essentially just sucks out the money and leaves the country. You will then generate the domestic economy, and you allow new people to come in and innovate, and also be able to become big. So these are my 3 genius ideas to save the economy. Let me know in the comments what you think, and like and subscribe and all that. Thank you.